Hi everybody, welcome to the Actors Academy and thank you for tuning in today. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video, I do suggest you go back and watch part 1, but without further ado, let's just jump right into part 2.
무슨 짓입니까, 고 실장님?
아, 진짜.
또 양아치 짓 하면 아웃이라고 분명히 경고하지 않았습니까?
प्यार तो बहुत लोग करते हैं, लेकिन मेरे जैसा प्यार कोई नहीं कर सकता क्योंकि किसी के पास तुम जो नहीं हो.
Un truc dont j'étais aussi responsable, parce que toi, tu regardes les hommes comme si c'était de la merde. T'es incapable de donner de la.
So now let me ask you this question. Why did I show you these clips? Could you understand what was being said? Probably not. Maybe you understood one of the languages, but did you understand all of them when you were watching this? Your answer is probably no. But if I ask you the question, could you understand the feeling that was being conveyed from these actors? Could you feel what they were feeling? The hurt, the pain, the happiness, the love, the sadness. Could you feel that? Your answer to that is probably yes. Now, this is a really important distinction for us to understand as actors. If I can go, for example, to a different country and turn on the television or watch a movie, and maybe I won't understand the specifics because I don't know the dialogue, but I will be able to understand what is being felt from those actors. That's a very important thing to realize, because in part 1, what we talked about, we said acting is about storytelling. We tell stories. Now, we have many different ways of going about this as actors, because we go and bring feelings and emotions onto the screen for then the audience to take in to help in that storytelling process. Now, we have many different tools to go about this for our feelings and emotions. We have our physicality, we have our voice, we have our speech, we have our soul, our mind, and all of this that ultimately we go and we bring into our role. What that means for you is there will be some roles that you'll get that you will book as an actor. You can just jump into the role. You're not going to have to do much work in order to develop your characters. You'll be able to go and hop right in.
You know, process, the whole reason process exists is to inspire, right? And sometimes you don't need a wild process to be inspired by something. Sometimes the words themselves will do it.
There's other characters out there that we're going to work with that we will have to go and put more time and dedication into. If we're trying to build a character that's harder for us to go and portray, well then we're going to have to go and have different tools in order to go and portray those characters. So in this video, what I'm going to be giving you all is 3 very specific and unique tools. Now, the first tool that I'm going to give you is hopefully one that you've probably already heard before, but we still have to mention it because it's useful, it's important, and it does work. The second tool is going to be building off of that first tool, and you probably haven't heard about this one before. And then to top all of it off, I'm going to give you one more just in case to help all of you. So what I want to first talk about is this tool called finding out what does your character want. This is very easy, very simple, and hopefully you have heard this one before. But the reason we want to know in any scene that we're working on, what does our character want, is because when we as actors understand what our character wants, it builds for us a roadmap. And this roadmap guides us and we know where to turn and guide ourselves as a character. Meaning, if your character wants world peace, you're going to behave and act differently compared to if your character wants world domination. So knowing how our character acts by knowing what our character wants helps guide us in a particular direction. Say if we're working on a scene and there's this great scene with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. Now there's a lot of argument and passion and emotions happening in this scene, but if you're Leonardo DiCaprio and you're in this scene and you're trying to figure out, hey, what does my character want? Well, if you're going to portray this role, you may say in this scene, hey, I want to know what does my wife want? Hey, I want to know what am I trying to do that's not working out for you? I want to know the answers to this. So now when Leonardo DiCaprio, or if you're going in this scene, this can be one tool that you use that for some actors, this may work. So if we watch this scene, think about what your want would be.
No, April! F you and all your hateful...
What are you gonna do now? Are you gonna hit me to show me how much you love me?
Don't worry, I can't be bothered. You're not worth the trouble it would take to hate you. You're not worth the powder it would take to blow you up. You are an empty, hollow shell of a woman.
Like I said before, it's a very passionate and heated scene. Leave down in the comment section below if you were doing this scene, what would be your character's want? Some people are going to have the same want. Some people may have a little bit of some similar or different wants. Now, I want to move on to the next step, because what if figuring out for yourself, hey, what my character wants just isn't working for you? Because you have to realize when you have a tool for yourself as actors, not every tool is going to work for you all the time. Some tools may work for one character, but it might not work for another character, and that's okay. We just have to know what other tools we have in our arsenal. So building off of this want, instead of saying, hey, what do I want? Because that's not working for me. I might ask myself the question, hey, what do I want the other person, meaning the other actor or actress, to feel in this scene? So if I'm Leonardo DiCaprio and I'm working on this scene, if figuring out what my character wants isn't working for me, then I'm gonna go to that next step and be like, well, how do I want to make Kate Winslet feel in here? Well, if I think to myself, I want her to feel betrayed, I want her to feel hurt, I want her to feel ashamed. For me as an actor, that puts a certain feeling that I can feel in my chest and my stomach, and I can play off of that. Just like when you go on stage and you get butterflies in your stomach, that same feeling. Well, if I say, what do I want this other person to feel? If I can pick the right word for myself, hey, I want them to feel hurt, or I want them to feel ashamed, whatever it is, something that resonates with me and that character, I feel it on the inside. Just like the butterflies in my stomach, I can feel it a little bit, which means it's something that I can grow off of and build on as I'm working and portraying this scene. And figuring out this, hey, what do I want the other person to feel? This is a different kind of map that helps guide us towards the treasure, or the X marks the spot. So now let's go even farther from this. And let's say tool 1 doesn't work for you. What do I want? Hey, second tool doesn't work for you. What do I want the other person to feel? How is another way that you could go and work and portray this scene with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet? Well, the one thing that you may understand or get from reading that scene is you may know, hey, there's going to be a lot of rage, hurt, anger, pain in this scene. So you have to figure out, okay, what is the feeling that I'm going to have? And how do I go and have that be portrayed and given to my scene partner, for example? So in this particular scene, let's say it's Leonardo DiCaprio, he's completely done with Kate Winslet, doesn't want to have anything to do with her, and he's going to think to himself that, you know what, I hate her. So what then I would go and do as an actor is I would literally go and say in my head while the other person is speaking, or even when I'm saying my lines, I'm going to constantly be thinking to myself, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Because then as I go and work on this scene, as I'm going and portraying and acting in this scene, that's the feeling that's going to come across when I'm saying, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Because that's what this particular scene calls for. Let's say it's another scene where it's a love scene and you're in love with the person that you're doing a scene with, the actress in the scene or the actor. Well, maybe figuring out again what you want isn't working. Hey, what do I want this person to feel? That's not working. But the thing that I know in my heart for this scene is that I love this person. So obviously I'm not going to say that I hate them in my head. I'm going to keep saying to myself as I'm looking them in the eyes, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then when I go and portray this scene, the love is going to come out. I've had many scenes for myself that I've had to go and do this before. Because remember, as actors, we're building different houses, we're building different characters that require different tools. I've used this tool many times before of knowing what am I feeling in this scene and what is a phrase that I can say to myself over and over and over that helps me portray that feeling. And it gets me to a place where I'm able to do that very quickly, very fast. So ultimately, as actors, we have different tools for how we develop our characters or how we even get into characters for ourselves. We have to realize that each character is different, everyone is unique, but we have to go and build our toolbox for ourselves. So this is my advice to you. It's very helpful, very easy to achieve. If you want to learn more about acting, you can join our 10-hour acting masterclass or 2.0 version, which will be down in the description down below and also down in the comment section if you want to improve your acting and take it to the next level, or if you're interested in our 10 acting resume templates, that will also be down in the description down below and also in the comment section. All right, see you later. Peace.